up? This your boy EC22 of the Fairweather Fan Channel, man. We're in for another podcast. And once again, we got your favorite Philly fan in the house, Maximus Baza. What's going down, home slice?
Not much, man. Getting ready to dive into this crazy week.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week, y'all. I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday, the podcast yesterday, but I wasn't going to do it at all this week, but I decided to go ahead and jump on real quick. We won't be here long. We just got a few things to cover. I just want to make sure that I get some updates for next week. But man, let's go ahead and jump into some of these free agents, man. Max, I ain't got no graphics to show. We're just going to dive right into the NFL free agent situation. And there's still a lot going on with the free agents. There's still a lot of signings that need to be done. But um, let's do the top one real quick. Justin Fields going over to Pittsburgh. What's going on?
I love it and I hate it, man.
Because that's the other team in Pennsylvania. We understand that. You
hmm
know.
But I love it because now Russell Wilson knows there's someone behind him, so he has no choice but to perform at this point. If
Yeah.
not, you're on a 1 year rental at this point, bro.
1 year rental. God, dog, you treat him like he's a truck. 1 year rental. Return this into hey Mike Tomlin, I think Mike Tomlin put a post out there and I saw something saying that Russell Wilson is the starter. Justin Field has to earn it. And that's enough said by Mike Tomlin. I said it last week, and I've been saying it that the fact that Russell Wilson is he has a certain standard that he lived by. And we know Mike Tomlin is a philosophy guy. He has certain things that he control and how he like to coach, manage his team by. So I think both of them probably can respect each other's way of looking at things, way of life. And I think it's a good situation where I believe Mike Tomlin can probably connect with Russell Wilson better than maybe what the other coaches Russell Wilson had these last couple of years. Definitely with Sean Payton. They didn't connect at all. But I think it's a good job. And the fact that you got him for cheap and you were able to get Justin Fields. So he got a veteran quarterback that can, with the weapons he got, on top of getting a young guy. What is Chicago going to do?
Chicago, I really have no answers about that because there's still rumors that they're going to trade that number one pick to Washington, and I don't know, man. Because there's a part of me that says Caleb Williams is the answer, but then there's another part of me that says he's not the answer because of all the shenanigans his family is doing. You know?
Yeah. So his family don't want him to go to Chicago or what? Or what is family doing? I haven't heard
Well,
that.
no, it's more like his dad is his agent, pretty much. So his dad
Uh,
is, yeah, he's trying to avoid the whole entire rookie deal and go straight to making real money and stuff like that.
but see, that's what happens when you know that you're a number one pick. When you know that you're number one pick, now it's time to try to negotiate your bag and put pressure on these teams that say they can use you because you know they're going to make a number one. And so I get the family looking out for him on that scale as far as trying to make sure he get the money. But uh, somebody gonna pick him at number one. Whether Chicago trade him or not, but that's where he's going more than likely. Uh, what
And
team he
also,
goes to? So there are people who trust and believe in Caleb, and there are people who put up good arguments for Caleb Williams. I've seen quarterbacks that came out of college, number one, who I thought were better than Caleb Williams, has suck careers. And I've seen quarterbacks who weren't even nowhere close to Caleb Williams caliber who come out and have great careers. So it's left to be seen. But the thing about it is that he's going to a team that's going to be expected for him to turn that team around right away. And that's what happens when you're the number one pick. And that's a lot of pressure for a guy like that. But hey, listen, Joshua Dobbs, my guy.
wait up, real
Oh,
quick.
go ahead.
Er,
Oh, don't you
er,
gonna do it?
earlier this week, RG3 looked in the camera and said this: Caleb Williams, you should pull an Eli Manning and say you do not want to be drafted by the Chicago Bears and get the F out of there.
And you know what I said a while ago? There are guys who looked better than Caleb Williams and it came in the league and sucked. RG3 is one up. So
But not many guys can say they have a statue outside of their college field, you know?
that is true. But college is one thing, but getting to the pro, that's what I'm saying. The guy looked great in college. I mean, like you say, getting the statue out there in Baylor, but coming to the NFL, it didn't quite translate on gridiron for him in the big boy level. And there's a lot of reasons why. I don't think he went to the right team. Saying Washington, I don't think it was a good fit for him. And then, just a lot of other different things that went on while he was in the league. But at the end of the day, uh, you know, telling a guy like Caleb Williams to pull Eli Manning, listen, that type of stuff don't work these days. Eli Manning was able to pull that because of his last name. Just call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? When you got a family lineage like that, you can make your moves like that. Caleb Williams, you don't have that type of lineage. So I'm not saying settle for anything, but at the same time, what I'm saying? Pick and choose your battles, Caleb Williams, before you end up getting a bad deal. But Kenny Pickett, formerly Pittsburgh Steelers, he went right across, right down the street to Philly. What do you think about him, man, going over there? I'm gonna tell you what's happened. Just
it's
Jalen Hurts beware. Jalen Hurts beware. You got your backup coming over there.
it's a better argument than what we had at Marcus Mariota. So I'm
Yeah.
happy. I'm happy Kenny Pickett's in a better situation because it did not look like he was happy in the Steelers. You know.
Yeah, because Mike Tomlin wanted him to be more than what he was. And then, of course, he was doing good. In my opinion, I think he was doing great. He got hurt. And, of course, he just underperformed. And Mike Tomlin, like I say, he run a well-oiled machine over there. And now Mike Tomlin is trying to get the best of it out of his roster, trying to salvage what's left of the season. And that meant benching Kenny Pickett. So, and he was a casualty of that. And of course, I guess he didn't like this situation. But guess what? You're gonna go over there and sit on that bench over there. So, so here's what it is. Because he ain't getting no playing time under Justin Fields. I'm just telling you. I mean, under Jalen Hurts. So that ain't going. Joshua Dobbs, as I mentioned earlier, is going to San Francisco. If anything happens to Brock Purdy, hopefully Joshua Dobbs will make QB2. Hopefully he can fight for QB2. More than likely he won't be QB2, but hopefully he can fight for QB2. Hopefully they don't. But if he get a chance to get on that field with those weapons, all of us want to see how well he can be. You know what I'm saying? How good of a quarterback he can be with those weapons. Because we saw what he did in Minnesota. We saw what he did previous in Carolina, in Arizona. So at the right time, but we'll see what happens with that, man. Hey, listen, free agency. There's still a lot going on with free agency. There are some guys who ain't got picked up yet. Let's run down these guys who ain't got picked up yet and figure out will they be on the roster or not. Number one is Justin Simmons, Broncos safety. Out of the 20 guys we're going to mention, 11 of them are DBs, which is crazy. So I guess DBs coming down a dozen, but some of these guys are still deserve a spot. Broncos safety and Justin Simmons. What do you think about him? You think he can find a spot somewhere or should? Broncos can't resign him because they got too much money. They trying to unload some of their salary caps. They got issues.
He's gonna sign somewhere, but it's not gonna be for the type. He's gonna have to give that team a discount because there's no way they're signing him to a big contract at this point in his career.
And it's crazy because he still got a lot left in the tank. Stephon Gilmore, Cowboys cornerback, haven't re-signed yet. Are the Cowboys going to pick him back up or they let him walk? Or what would you do? Cowboys have not made any major moves other than re-signing Rico Dowdle. I saw that. So they got him, but he definitely can't be QB1. I mean, RB1. So I don't want to see that. They didn't pick up any running backs and free agents. So I don't know if that's what they're saying or not. But Stephon Gilmore.
He's going to wait out into training camp and then see who serves in the dish and go eat out of that dish.
Man, the way he played in that game against the goddamn Packers, I say they let him go. All right, then. Ravens, defensive end, offensive linebacker, Jadeveon Clowney. Mr. Clowney.
I thought he signed a 1-year deal with someone else. No, that was defensive end from Washington, Chase Young, that signed somewhere else.
Yeah, Chase Young signed with the Saints for 13 million and now about to go neck surgery. Bless his heart.
So
That's Chase Young
did
for
that
give him my money, then I need to go out, sit down for now. Just playing. Chase Young's still a stud. You get him best you can. Yeah.
to Davis Clowney, you got two options: retire or get whoever wants to sign you. Just ink your name on that paper and prove yourself to the league because
Somebody needed.
you're not living up to that number one pick, man.
He need to go to a situation that'll work best for him. Quadron Diggs, the Seahawks safety. Uh, been dealing with salary cap issues. He's a casualty of salary cap, so that's been his deal. But uh, he's a Pro Bowler, three-time Pro Bowler. I think he got a lot left in the tank. He's only 31 years old.
They'll find him a spot on the roster to compete over training camp and bring some veteran to the locker room and stuff. You know.
And I think the Seahawks need to find a way to go ahead and keep him. They need him over there. Guy who's familiar with the system, keep him on over there. Uh, Julian Blackman from the Colts safety. Uh, you know, I mean, he led the team with 4 interceptions, but the problem is he allowed 60% of completion. So he was getting killed out there. But here's the situation. It could now he's a safety. So it could have been the way the defensive coordinator was calling plays or having them structure on the field. So I don't know. I don't know if they had him in zone or whatever the case may be, but uh he was getting killed out there. 60% of completions was on 60% of the balls thrown to him that was getting completed. So
To me, it sounds like the type of player Jerry Jones likes.
Cowboy shade, pow, shots fired. Wow. Xavier Howard, the Dolphins cornerback. Same situation. A lot of completions thrown his way.
I mean, that's what happens when you're opposite side of Jalen Ramsey. People are gonna target you and test you, man.
Yeah. Uh, some say he's still a starter. I mean, yeah, his name is out there. Once again, he's a cornerback, so
Yeah, I would
I
say
don't know.
he's a depth piece, man.
He go to a team that can use him. Corner. I don't think the Dolphins can use him, um, because they got to get better with their defense. I mean, they just can't keep getting these gunslinging matches. And I'm not saying that the whole defense is his fault, but the Dolphins, I mean, they gotta do something better. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. He may walk. Tre'Davious White, the Bills cornerback. Listen, he's young. Keep him. At the same, keep him. I'm gonna say that for you. 29 years old. Keep him. Uh, just keep him. I mean, he was cut doing this thing. Say he was cut of Achilles tear and stuff like that. But he is a two-time Pro Bowler. Just keep him over there. Calais Campbell. It's time to retire, big boy. 37. It's time to let it go for the Falcons.
You need to follow
17
Aaron
seasons, man.
Donald.
It's like 17 seasons is like, man, and he's steady trying. Well, he's trying to go for his 17th season. That's a lot of seasons for a defensive lineman, man. That's a lot of seasons, man. But if he's willing to be like that 52 man on the roster or that guy that never suits up for a game and just be that veteran leadership on the sideline, I say it's worth it. But if he still wants to compete, I mean, 37 years old, you got to fight for a job, bro. And ain't nothing given at this age. You know what I'm saying? Especially for a defensive lineman. You got these new young boys coming in. Yeah. This is the time of life where you need to start losing some of that defensive lineman weight so you can stay healthy and live up to be 70 years old. You can't carry that into your 40s, big boy. You 37. I'm sorry. I'm not size shaming anybody because I don't need to be talking. I'm sorry. Andre Jackson, the Giants cornerback. 36 games for the Giants, past 3 seasons. He's only has 2 interceptions for the last 3 years.
I mean, just look at the team it is. It's the Giants. Of, of course, he's not gonna have that many opportunities at cornerback, man.
Yeah, back up. Here's one that hurts. Jamal Adams, Seahawks safety. Love that guy.
It doesn't hurt, man. He was
Yeah,
overhyped.
he had his time. You underperform for a few seasons, and then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, you get cut. I mean, that's the way the business work, and I understand that, but it's still, I mean, at one point in time, he was that dude. He was him, as the young folks say. And now, he's sitting around here waiting on a job, and hopefully somebody be smart enough just to pick him up and put him in the right situation. You know what I'm saying? He got enough film to see how he works, how he moves, go back to his better years, and then see you can create scenarios for him like that. But definitely you get it in training camp. You know what I'm saying? You match him up, some of the top guys, and see if he still got the juice or not. You know what I'm saying? But a team that have some boss hogs, you know what I'm saying, out there, a team like the 49ers, a team like Baltimore, put them on those squads and then see what can he do. But teams like those don't need, they got their DBs, but we'll see. Steven Nelson, he's been all over the goddamn league. He's about to try, he may be getting ready for 15. We don't know what's gonna do with him. So we know how the NFL do these players. These journeymen, they'll keep being journeymen. These are the type of guys that have been in the league for 15, 17 years, and you know what I'm saying? But he'll probably find a team just because he's been a journeyman. Uh, Christian Fulton, the Titans are completely overhauling. So, you know, 75% completions against him. He's gone. He gone. I don't know if anybody pick him up. Um, oh, here's another one that hurts. J.K. Dobbins.
He's
They got
been.
Derrick Henry, so you know he ain't re-signing him. He stay injured all the time. Is there a team? Should a team take a chance on him after going out this many times for injury?
I would say teams will wait after the draft and see how their roster looks and see if they could take a chance on him because he is a productive player when healthy, but those injuries, back to back injuries, week ones and all that, it's hard to come back from injuries, man.
But he's at the most marginalized position in the NFL at running back, injury prone. I think we've probably seen the last of J.K. Dobbins. Uh, the only way I think he'll be able to get onto a roster if he constantly stay at it, constantly going to different team practice and stuff like that, and somebody need him somewhere down the line at the end of the season. Because I mean, and then he won't be RB1, definitely won't be maybe RB3. Just get on their roster and see if he can get out there in situations. But yeah, I think we've seen the best of J.K. Dobbins, man. That's unfortunately. And the same situation with Odell Beckham Jr. Why? Injury prone. I think we've seen the best of him as well. Should a team pick him up just because of his name? Because that's all he got right now is a name.
Yes, someone will call him, and I feel like someone will call him during the season, not before it. I think they'll call him during the season. Once the wide receiver goes down, they'll be looking at his way.
So the Eagles gonna get him.
No, we're loaded. We don't need no wide receivers in our receiver room. The Cowboys might need him after they release Michael Gallup.
I don't know. I tell you one guy the Cowboys need to go get. Um, Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd. He's not going to get. I mean, he's a slot receiver. And here's the thing: the slot receiver is the most underappreciated position. You know what I'm saying? In all, as a receiver, and when you got people like Jamar Chase, you ain't gonna throw the ball in the slot as much because you're throwing the ball downfield. You know, so Tyler Boyd being that slot receiver, I think that works well for Dak Prescott, who like to throw it short anyway. And especially you can that way you can keep CD Lamb in route running up the field and then put him in that situation, a spot that's supposed to be for Michael Gallup, but obviously he don't do it right. So and he don't catch. I know. So I don't know, but I'm not saying. I mean, I would love to see him somewhere that can use him, but maybe Pittsburgh. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know what the Bengals going to do with him. They may resign him or whatever. Michael Hyde. Bills need to keep him. Safety, keep him. It's just that simple. Keep him, Buffalo. If y'all listen to me, McDermott, Sean McDermott, keep him. Uh, yeah. We're gonna have to send this podcast to the coach over there. The Dolphins offensive line of Connor Williams towards ACL in December last season. He likely won't be a full go for a while. When healthy, he's a starting caliber interior lineman who can play guard or center. Torn Achilles for a big man. That's
It's gonna
sad. So it's
take
like, so what do? You got a guy who, when healthy, is a starter, but right now he's not ready to go and won't be ready to go for a while. But he's a free agent. Like, how do the NFL deal with that? Do somebody just go get him? Because it ain't like you talking about like a quarterback or wide receiver you had to get healthy. This is the defensive lineman. So, I mean, offensive lineman. So it's like, I don't know.
sign him to a reserve future contract
There you go. That makes sense to me.
and make sure he's in shape because he's not gonna be moving a lot.
Here goes Seahawks defensive tackle Tierra Tart. I think that's how you say his name. Tart was released by the Titans during the 2023 season after starting 9 games. The defensive tackle has 79 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and 47 career games, 36 starts. I say reserve.
I say leave him out there.
Yeah. Chiefs offensive tackle Donovan Smith. He had an up and down long season in Kansas City. He struggled with execution errors, but the starting tackle did step up during Kansas City's Super Bowl run and helped the team repeat the championship. Obviously, they're going to say that to try to save the integrity of the Kansas City Chiefs, but
Someone's gonna sign him.
yeah, that's because they're on the championship team. And last but not least, we got Mr. No Show for the last 3-4 years. Michael Thomas has not been picked up. He right now is going through some litigation. Got some battery misdemeanor charges and stuff like that he's going to somehow they got dismissed, but there's some other legal jargon they got going on with him. He's going to do something weird, but I mean, finally he's a free agent. Michael Thomas is not going to be in the NFL any longer because how you going to not play for the last all these seasons and then expect somebody to pick you up? That don't make no sense.
I mean,
So he's
it sounds like the type of player Cleveland Browns would look into.
he'll come off there and catch a few games, catch a few balls, get a couple of touchdowns, and be out for the rest of the season. That's exactly what he did for the Saints last year. So I don't know. I'm so sick of rooting for Michael Thomas to get back in the game, and he lets me down every single year. That's football, man. Real quick, the NFL, man. Not the NFL, but the NBA. I asked the question the last time we did the show: will Boston make it to 60 wins? And right now, I don't think they're gonna do it. Right now,
They
they're
won't.
54. They're 54-14. So that's what by my math, that's 70. No, I went to public school, y'all. That's 68. 68 games. They got what 14 games to go, I think is what it is, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, forgive me if my math is wrong, but they need to win 6 more games in order to make it to 60. Whatever. I don't know if they're going to make it or not. We'll see. I mean, they're still the number one team in the league, so we'll see if they get those 6 wins. But some say they'll make it. I don't know. But the Lakers are still struggling. See, this is the problem with this whole buy-in situation because this play-in situation, I know they're trying to get it to where players, teams play hard. They don't rest players towards the end of the season once they get that seed solidified. They want teams to keep playing but I don't like the play-in. It should be 1 through 8, simple. And if teams want to rest, let them rest. If a team has earned the magic and have earned themselves a spot to where they can rest all their players for the last couple of games, so be it. But now it's just this whole and I'm not hating on the Lakers, but I hate the fact that teams can be a mediocre team, and get into a play-in situation, a 10 spot, and then find their way into the playoffs with a play-in situation. It's like you got 82 games to get it done. Why do we have to have a play-in tournament? It just don't make no sense to me. But that's what Adam Silver wants, and that's what we're going to get right now. The Lakers is currently sitting at the ninth spot. The Golden State Warriors is currently at the 10th spot in the play-in. The Dallas Mavericks and Phoenix Suns right up the 7th and 8th spot. So right now, it should be a done deal. It should be eight or it. So the Lakers and the Suns, I mean, the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors, as the season were at the end of the day, should not be in it. In my humble opinion, if anybody got anything to suggest otherwise, please leave it in the comment if you think I'm just tripping over here and hating on the Lakers. But maybe I am, but I'm not. I love the Lakers. I love LeBron. I love
On
AR-15.
Honestly, that whole play-in would make sense if the first round of the playoffs would be like a best out of five or best out of three, because
Yeah,
we do not want to sit here and watch a number one team play an eight team and just sweep them. It just doesn't make. I don't want to go through 4 games of one team just getting dominated and slaughtered.
yeah.
Just make it best out of three or best out of five, like baseball does, until they do best out of seven. Damn.
But you know what's so crazy about the play-in? If the Dallas Mavericks were at number 10, I wouldn't have a problem with it. And I think that kind of I think that's the kind of echo of all of the NBA fans out there. If your team at that eighth and that ninth and 10th spot, you cool with the play-in. But if your team at 7 and 8 and got to go fight for a position, it's like, get away with this. Because the Mavericks are at number 7 right now. Like, why we got to go play the goddamn Golden State Warriors, you know what I'm saying, the playing situation? That's stupid. But if the league were to end right now, the Mavericks can get themselves up to the 6th spot and get it. We'll see if they do so. But going over to college, y'all, I'm going to show you before we end this podcast. Like I said, it's going to be quick. We're going to be going long, but let me share you. This is my Final Four pick for the women's. Y'all can see there right now. This is my Final Four pick for the women. As you see, I got LSU and USC going at it, and I got South Carolina and Texas. I got all number 1 seeds except for LSU. Completely emotional pick, just being honest with you guys. But I got South Carolina. I had to go my Big 12 team, so that's why Texas made it all the way up. Obviously, the number 1. I had to get Texas up there. They may lose early, but I don't know. I got them in the Final Four. And I got LSU beating Iowa in a match in the Elite 8. So that's how LSU made it all the way up. And then I got LSU beating USC, and then I got a rematch of that conference champion. What the SEC conference channel, I think that's what they are for South Carolina LSU. I wanted to fight. No, we don't promote fighting on this show, but yeah, I want to get that would be cool if this actually happens to watch those two teams who fought in their conference championship game to come down for the whole women's NCAA tournament champ. That would be awesome to see this right happen. That's the reason why I got it this way. So we'll see. And the men's bracket are, let me get out of here and go to the men's. Let me pull up my men's bracket right here. My Final Four for men's. Let me see, can I do it this way? Boom. Let's do. And let me pull up my men's bracket. Wow, here we go. So that's my men's bracket. Completely emotional. Once again, you see that I got Big 12 in there. I got Houston, I got Baylor, and I got Kansas. Then I got a lonely UConn. I'm sorry this is emotional pick. I got Baylor and Houston going for it. I got Houston winning it all. Some say I'm crazy, some say I don't know. But like I say, the reason why I went emotional, because usually I try to be strategic and stuff like that, looking at stats and stuff like that. But we always lose. First round, a lot of us get our brackets busted. So I said, you know what? It's my bracket. I'm not going to try to be an analytical guy. I'm going to make some emotional picks. And there you have it. 3 Big 12 teams make the Final Four along with UConn. And Houston wins it all, in my opinion. So there we go, folks. Don't judge me, but that's how I went with that. So in honor of the bracket tourney for college, I've been talking to you, the guys, I've been throwing it out there for quite some time about we're going to do a GOAT conversation and I want to do it, and I have so many different ways I wanted to do it in, but trying to get people to have that conversation and keeping it funky and keeping it, saying, just keeping it real. It's been hard because usually when you have a go conversation, you only have a few people that you mention in a conversation, and there are a lot of great players I believe that got left out. So I thought it'd be cool to have like a little bracket challenge for some of the goats. And this kind of what it looked like if I can show it to you real quick. So these are the point guards. If you can see these brackets over here, like I rank these players. This is the thing, they're 20 on this list. I rank them 1 through 20 based on the career points. And so as you can see, this is how it's going to go. And I've been asking random people, saying round by round, who would they pick? And then that's kind of how we're gonna go with it. Like you got Kyrie Irving going against Gilbert Arenas. Who would you pick? Another one, Bob Cousy and Luka Doncic. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you got Walt Frazier and Baron Davis, Tony Parker and Nate Archibald. And then who's that? I can't even see who that is. It's so small on my screen right here. Let me pull it up. Isaiah Thomas. I'm sorry. Chris Paul got a first round bye. You know what I'm saying? Oscar Robertson got a first round bye. You know what I'm saying? So that would be cool. When you start looking at these are the shooting guards and so forth and so on. I got them for the shooting guards. I got them for the small forwards. I got them for the power forwards. Now, some of these have more because some, like the small forward, there are a lot of great small forwards out there that deserve the chance to get their name mentioned to go against some of the greats. And here are the power forwards out there. And to kind of show you how it's going to look like. So I already did the centers. So here's the centers right now. The teams that are highlighted in red are teams who are on the 75th anniversary team. So as I did the um, the surveys asking random people, so this kind of how I went right now. So the first round got over with, and obviously 56% of the people chose Bob McAdoo over Karl Anthony Towns. You can see it right there. 75% people pick Wes Unseld over David Cowens. Both of them are obviously a anniversary team. 93% of the people pick Nikola Jokic over Yao Ming. That is crazy. 97% of the people pick Alonzo Mourning over Marc Gasol. Willis Reed got 75% of the votes over Nate Thurman, and Bill Russell got 87% of the percentage of the picks over Vlade Divac. Second round results goes as this. Obviously, Bob McAdoo had to go against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he got swept. Everybody chose Kareem over Bob McAdoo. David Robinson got a chance to go against Dwight Howard, and he got swept. Moses Malone went against Wes Unseld, and he got swept. Nikola Jokic and Hakeem Olajuwon, it got real close, but then some wiser folks jumped into the conversation, and they finally gave Hakeem Olajuwon the edge over Nikola Jokic. Wilt Chamberlain got a sweep against Alonzo Mourning. Robert Parrish got into a tight match against Artis Gilmore. He came out with 62% of the vote. Shaquille O'Neal was going against Willis Reed. Somebody voted for Willis Reed. I'm not going, but somebody, he got one vote over Shaquille O'Neal. I love it. Obviously, it was somebody older. So Shaquille O'Neal pulls out with 98% of the votes. 79% of the votes chose Bill Russell over Patrick Ewing. That one, it was crazy. Patrick Ewing lost to Bill Russell. I'm not fighting that. But that was different for me. But hey, it's not so much that I think that Patrick Ewing is better than Bill Russell. I just thought 75% of the vote, y'all about to put some respect on Patrick Ewing names. It should have been closer, but it wasn't. So that's how we go with that. And rounding out the final rounds, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got 88% over David Robinson. Hakeem Olajuwon got 78% over Moses Malone. Bill Russell got 75% over the votes. Shaquille O'Neal got 78% of the votes over Bill Russell. That was sad to see Bill Russell go, but it was Shaq to put him out, so that was good. Wilt Chamberlain swept the Chief, Robert Parrish. And now you got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Hakeem Olajuwon, and then you got Wilt Chamberlain versus Shaquille O'Neal. For those of you who are watching, we will have announced the official winner of this bracket on next Tuesday when me and Max jump on her next Tuesday for the Fairway to Fan channel. I'm going to let you know right now. Right now, Shaq is leading Wilt Chamberlain by one vote. those of you who are watching this video now or watching in broadcast, please give me your submissions if you will. Give me your submissions for the Final Four. You got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar versus Hakeem Olajuwon and Shaquille O'Neal versus Wilt Chamberlain. Right now, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is running away with Hakeem Olajuwon. Um, I'm gonna tell you right now, I pick Hakeem Olajuwon over Kareem Abdul-Jabbar because the Dream Shake, Fly Slammer Jammer, I think he got better moves than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But I mean, Kareem is bigger, so I don't know. I mean, the way Hakeem Olajuwon gave Shaq the biz, I think it would have been easy for him to give Kareem Abdul-Jabbar the biz. But obviously, folks don't think as much as I am right now. But Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is leading by a long shot. But like I say, Wilt and Shaq are neck and neck. I got one vote over him right now. So y'all bring those votes in and we'll finish. But this is how the challenge is going to go. So this is one we did for the centers, and the ones we named earlier is going to kind of do the same thing. I'm just going to ask random people who they pick round by round. I got several people I've already contacted who are committed to this list. So each week we'll kind of jump on there. So like I say, next week we'll do the centers and finish that up. And then the week after that, we'll do the power forwards. And week after we do the small, then of course shooting guards and point guards. Um, like I said, all these guys got put in based on the lineups got based on career points, which I thought was pretty cool. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why I did it this way. Because think about it. If you say, okay, who's the greatest shooting guard of all time, people are gonna say Kobe and Michael Jordan, hands down. But then you got other shooting guards out there that don't get that mention, that are great. You know what I'm saying? Shooting guards like Ray Allen, Devin Booker, Allen Iverson, Earl Monroe, Gail Goodrich, all these great shooting guards, Joe Johnson, Joe Dumars, even DeMar Rose, who's playing, Klay Thompson, Jerry West, you know what I'm saying? The logo himself, won't get mentioned in that category. Bradley Beal, you know what I'm saying? People like Dwayne Wade, who's a Hall of Fame and who's on the 75th anniversary team. Sam Jones, Reggie Miller, don't get a vote in the greatest shooting guard of all time. You know what I'm saying? Usually people say Steph Curry until they realize Jordan is a shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? James Harden, who made the 75th anniversary team. You know what I'm saying? So Tracy McGrady is listed as shooting guard, but he also plays small forward. I put him in the small forward category because he wouldn't stand a chance in this. So I put him in the small forward category.
Wow.
To at least have a chance. We know LeBron James is going to come out of that category, but God dog it, you know what I'm saying? But that small forward list is a tough list because you not only got LeBron James and Julius Erving are 1 and 2, Dr. J, but you still got people like Glenn Rice, Trace McGrady, you still got Rick Barry, James Worthy, Alex English, you know what I'm saying? Carmelo Anthony, Andrew Wiggins, Bernard King himself, Larry Legend on there, Rudy Gay, Dominique, Kawhi Leonard, you know what I'm saying? Grant Hill, you know what I'm saying? Just to name a few. Scottie Pippen is on that list, you know what I'm saying? KD, Kevin Durant's on that list. So y'all, the conversation is going to get real crazy as we pick these. We know who the tops are, but as we go by round, this has been one of the most funnest things I've been ever engaged in. And listen, it causes people to think. You know what I'm saying? This is a PG show, but doing the centers, I heard a lot of every time I would say, who would you take, this person or that person? I had a lot of explicit word like, hey, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And it only gets worse. It only gets a little tougher as it goes on, right? So there you have it, folks. This has been the Fairweather Fan channel. Like I say, stay tuned for more of the GOAT bracket. We're going to give you updates. I mean, you can see it for yourself. We're going to kind of give some updates about the brackets, teams lost, teams won, unexpected and stuff like that. Obviously, some of those Cinderella stories you typically see when you have these NCAA tournaments. We'll talk about it all, as well as keeping an eye on NFL free agency and what's going on with the NBA. Y'all, I'm going to let y'all know one last thing before I go. I have been watching NBA basketball. I watched, man, this weekend, man, I watched several games, man. I felt good, man, getting ready to getting watching basketball again. And now getting ready to go into this whole March Madness crazy. I'm finally in my basketball thing. I've been hooping a whole lot better, man. So I'm in my basketball bag right now. So we're gonna have to let you, Max, do the NFL stuff because I'm completely dedicated to basketball right now.
No, I'm a completely dedicate myself to baseball in 2 weeks, man.
Yes, this is why we have a co-host. Max's responsibility is to keep us updated with baseball. We definitely got to go to a game. We got to find times while schedules are you still off on Sundays, right? So we have to go to a Rangers game on a Sunday, man. Just get on out there in the stadium, man, and just enjoy. You know how we do it. We get up there early and do our thing. So you know what I'm saying? We
Oh
can get
yeah. On baseball news, the Dodgers fired Otani's translator because they found out that he was gambling with Otani's money.
okay. Oh, what?
Yeah, man. They fired his translator for the team because they found out he was gambling with Otani's money.
Wow. That is baseball news for you. That is crazy. How you, a translator get fired because he over the wow. Did Atani know it? Or he did know it?
I don't know, man, but they fired him. The organization fired him.
So
So
was that Otani own translator or was it team appointed translator?
team appointed.
Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, he don't got to hold his due money and then start acting a fool. Boy, taking advantage of these people, man. Shame on him, man. Shame on him. That's crazy. But no, but yeah, when does the official season starts? What, next month?
At the end of this month,
That's in the month, yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've been throwing some baseball news out there. I'm like, y'all, we still just in warm up season or whatever they call it, preseason, whatever they call it.
spring training.
Spring training, but yeah, so we can't wait till we get deep down into the thick of baseball season. It's a long season. We got from April or March all the way to November. So uh get ready for this long season of baseball, especially in the summertime. We get those few breaks off with nothing going on. That's when we get to go chance to watch baseball and just, you know, yeah, watch those games, man. You can't love it. Get you a hot dog. Go out there to the stadium. But
And we
Max,
got
huh?
and we got international games.
Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be fun, man. You know what, man? It's one of my dreams to go to the Field of Dreams game. Of just being out there in the corner, I just want to go to one. Just want to go to one before I take my journey into the to heaven. I want to be able to go say I went to the Field of Dreams. Don't know why, but that's why I want to go. And we are going to All Star right this summer here in Jerry's World, right?
Arlington, Texas. Yep.
Yeah, there's gonna be a Jerry's World. It's gonna be at the Ranger Stadium.
Ranger
Globe Life.
Stadium.
It's gonna be a Globe Life. I definitely want. If I don't get to go to the game, I definitely want to go do the home run derby. That's something I definitely want to go see. So we'll be doing that this summer. We got to get our tickets, man, sooner rather than later. All right. Other than that, man, for those of you guys who've been watching, man, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the Fairweather Fan Channel, man. Please like, subscribe, share, leave comments, man. Join us next Tuesday. Listen, also continue to join us on Faith Talk Radio. Those of you who are watching right now, go to Facebook and join us on Faith Talk Radio. We also we're trying to get Max to get over there as well as a guest on the show as well. But he definitely be in the comment section, giving us a lot of things to talk about. But I'll be over there with Lewis Medford, the professor, Martez Turner, the coach, and TJ Claiborne, the officer. And I'm just EC22, the Fairweather fan. We've been having some great conversation. So join us. They come on 7 o'clock Tuesday. We come on 7 o'clock Tuesdays. And the Fairweather Fan channel, this channel is at 6 o'clock on Tuesday. Max, you got any final words?
Help me troll that channel.
Help him troll that channel. Yeah, he be trolling Faith Talk Radio. Yeah, that is so funny. Once again, man, thank you guys for watching, man. We'll see you guys next week, man. Appreciate the love, man, and we are out.